Revati Hariharan, and this is Janata Janardhan. Today's episode is all about Nari Shakti, the women of the 18th Lok Sabha. As this Lok Sabha kicked off its session this week, there was this photo that was widely shared on social media. The warriors are back, the caption read. The MPs photographed were largely prominent faces in politics, including Dimple Yadav from the Samajwadi Party, Kanil Mori and Dr. Tamilchi Tangopandian from the DMK, Mahua Maitra of the TMC, Supriya Sule of the NCP, and Jyoti Mani of the Congress Party. From the NDA too, we saw some big faces such as three-time MP Hema Malini and some fresh faces as well, like actor Kangana Ranaut and one of the youngest MPs, Shambi Chowdhury of the Lok Janshakti Party. So let's talk numbers. When it comes to the representation of women in the lower house, this is how the numbers stack up. This term will see a slight dip in the representation of women in the lower house compared to the previous year. 74 Lok Sabha MPs are women and represent only 13.6% of all MPs in the House. This number is lower than the share of women elected in the 2019 election, which was 14.4% or 78 MPs. Let's further break down these numbers. Party-wise, BJP has the most number of women MPs with 31 of them in the lower house. Congress comes second with 13 MPs who are women in the Lok Sabha, followed by Trinamool Congress sending 11 MPs to the lower house. When we look at the top 3 states with most women representatives, West Bengal tops this list by sending 11 MPs, the highest by any state, to the lower house. This graph shows you how many women actually contested versus how many of them won the elections. Uttar Pradesh comes second, sending 7 women MPs to the lower house. Maharashtra comes third with 6 women Lok Sabha MPs. There were also many first-timers this time. Of the 74 women MPs in the 18th Lok Sabha, 43 of them are first-timers, and several of them are between the ages 25 to 30. There are several key takeaways when it comes to these numbers. Though 2019 and 2024 both historically have greater representation of women in the lower house, the number does not do justice to the nearly 800 women candidates that stood for elections this year. Women constituted only less than 10% of the total 8,300 plus candidates that contested the 2024 polls. Some constituencies also saw a woman versus woman fight. Another takeaway is that this election saw the women's voter turnout almost close the gap with the men's turnout. Nationally, while men had a 65.8% turnout, the women turnout was 65.78%. This means that though women are turning up at the voting booths in large numbers, it is not translating into votes for women candidates. Before I end this video, I have to mention that this election was the first one to be held after the introduction of the Women's Reservation Bill of 2023. The bill, which aims to ensure a 33% reservation of total seats for women legislators in the Lok Sabha and in the assemblies, the bill will come into effect only after the next delimitation exercise, which in short is the process of redrawing the boundaries of the parliamentary and the assembly constituencies as to factor in the latest population figures. Lastly, my 2 cents. Though the representation of women in the Lok Sabha has increased over the years, the growth has been painfully slow and non-linear. There is a long way to go to close this gap. Thank you for watching and see you on the other side.